My guess is that many of you watching this have not seen broadcast television in quite some time. Most people tend to view the shows that they like on some streaming service or another. They rarely will sit through a broadcast television program and have to sit through the commercials, some of which are absolutely awful. I still do on occasion watch broadcast television and I watch it live, and I do sit through the commercials on occasion. There are a few people on commercials that I really can't stand, but that's a story for another day. Over the last month or so, I've seen a commercial, and I believe it's from AT&T, where a rideshare driver has somebody in the back of their car, and the individual is scrolling through their phone, and the person turns to them and says, "Hey, if you have time to scroll, you have time to call." And the person looks at them, a smile lights up their face, and they said, "Oh, I like that," and immediately make a call to somebody. This interaction is repeated several times during the commercial, and every time the individual making the call seems to have a wonderful experience. Their faces light up, their conversations are animated, and they really seem to have enjoyed connecting with the person that they're talking to. It is one of those things that, again, reminds me in a connected world how disconnected sometimes we are. We think of keeping in touch with people as simply following them on social media. And Lord knows there are enough social media platforms these days where you can find almost anything about anybody that has a social media presence. But is that really connecting? I have several friends who are great at actually connecting with people. They're very intentional about it. If they're going to a location that they haven't been to in a while, or perhaps it's someplace they frequent, but they have friends or old and new that live in those locations, they make a concerted effort to stop by and see them. Chuck Morrell, who's an individual I dealt with for years when he was in student activities, he was director of operations at the University of Connecticut at Storrs, is one of those people. He travels the country now because he's retired and he still attends some professional development conferences in organizations that he belonged to years ago and is very deliberate about keeping up with people. Chuck has invited me to coffee. He sent me invitations to go hang out at UConn football games. Chuck likes to maintain those relationships. And it's really wonderful. It's wonderful to hear all the people that he's connected with, some of whom he hasn't seen in years. Chuck's one of those people that's had many different phases of his life. He served in the United States Navy, he was involved in a number of organizations, and he was at UConn for years. The people that he connects with are former colleagues, bosses, mentors, students, people he served with. His list of his network of connections seems to be endless. I have other friends that do the same thing. And as an individual that spends a lot of their time on my computer and on my phone, I'm not as good at it as I should be. I really need to be better about keeping in touch with people because it is so very important. It is so vital. Perhaps it's because I'm getting older and some of my friends are now passing away, or people that I've known for years are just no longer around. I'm one of those people that really enjoys connecting with people, but I don't do it as often as I should. And I'm sure that a lot of you are in the exact same boat. If you have time to scroll, if you have time to post, you have time for a call. And even better yet, you have time to sit down with somebody, share a cup of coffee, and just catch up and talk about old times and new. We go out to dinner often with friends of ours, and I love that opportunity to catch up with people. Liz Woods, a longtime friend of mine, I don't know if she still does, but she used to have dinner parties on a very regular basis, and she would always invite different people. It gave her an opportunity to not only connect with people that she hadn't seen in a while, but it gave them an opportunity to meet new people. In a world where we're so connected, we are really very disconnected. So if you have time for a scroll, make sure to pick up that phone and call somebody you haven't talked to in a while. You'll feel better, and I'm sure they're going to love hearing from you. Have a great week, everybody.